Overwatch player on the planet. I haven't avoided a single human being. Chat, listen, I want to be a human doing, not a human being, okay? I'm being avoided. I doubt it. Bro, I think we have some, like, ridiculous win rate on IDDQD. I think we have, like, 70% or something, which is actually quite insane considering we're in Champ 2. That is not normally how it goes. Let me tell you that much. That is a very high win rate for Champ 2, by the way. Yeah, this character is fair. Like, when you play SOJOURN, chat, you turn Overwatch into Dead by Daylight. Except you're the killer. That's the best way I can explain it. Like, that's literally the best analogy I can use for SOJOURN in Overwatch. Like, you become... You become Blight in Dead by Daylight, unironically. Straight up, you become Blight. Can I ask you, do a 180 degree turn with your sense? I can do a 360. Here you go. What the fuck is this? He was sitting down there. I didn't know that was a spot. I didn't know that. Did you know that? There's no way you guys knew that. You guys are pretending. He was chilling on the boat. I hear something. This little rat didn't think I was gonna see him.
This ends now.
Oh. This ends now. I got creamed on. Yo, what up, bitch? Bro,
What am I missing?
IDD is still streaming. Hi, ID. Hello. Yeah, it's actually quite insane. We've been streaming for almost 10 hours, haven't we? The thing is, streaming is kind of my outlet in a way. Like when I stream, I become happy. You know? As somebody who suffers with panic and anxiety and manic depression, streaming is kind of like a nice escape for me in a way. Keeps me thinking about other things, like how much I love Overwatch, because it's such a good game. See, can't be worried about panic and anxiety when I have to worry about my teammates all the time. Smile.
This ends now.
Bro. Come here, you cock bag. Here's the thing. No. No, please. I'm out. You get so emotionally invested into every match. I wish I had your mental. You just gotta rewire your brain. Don't play to win, but don't play to lose. Play to improve. Once you rewire your brain to think more about, because like when you play to win, you play very safe, right? And you don't really allow yourself to make mistakes, because mistakes are a great way to actually get better. Like you can learn quicker what works and what doesn't work. Does this angle work for me? Is this angle gonna be shit? And vice versa, right? But if you play to improve, you start noticing that you play differently. You take angles that you normally wouldn't do. You see if that works, or you try that combo or whatever. Like, I feel like playing to only win kind of hinders your improvements, in my opinion. Do I get tired of the game? Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. I mean, queue times are the biggest offender, in my opinion. Like, when you sit in queue for like 20 minutes at a time, it's not fun, no.
Now I know we've got some selfish individuals on this team.
It's just not fun.
This thing alone.
And honestly, I think the biggest grievance I have with Overwatch at its current state is that, for those in chat who is unaware, we tried to play on my main account about 2 days ago, 3 days ago, something like that. We had 6 games in 6 hours. Basically, we averaged a game an hour. That was painful, and that was not very fun. So I've effectively bricked my main account, which is like, okay, I can't even finish my battle pass because it takes too long to find games. And someone might go like, oh, that's such a first world problem, ID, haha, you're too good at the game, blah blah blah. Like, no, it's not about that. It's like, I just actually want to play the game. I don't care about cosmetics. I don't care about unlocking things left, right, and center. That's not what I play for. It's just that it's so bad that it's just so bad that I don't want to sit through that, you know? Wait, that guy almost had time to react. Did you guys see that, chat? He had a microsecond there. That guy too. Do you see that? That's crazy. What the fuck? Lazy Sith Lord, thank you so much. Appreciate the love. Has chat done their homework? I don't know. Biggest problem with Sojourn? She's a perfect character. She has everything. That's the issue. She has utility, she has speed, good hitbox, incredible damage. Her ultimate, we shouldn't even talk about. She has everything. That's the issue. And she can counter every character in the game, which makes her a great pick in every situation. That's the issue with Sojourn. No self-heal? Okay, yeah, sure. No self-heal, and thank the lords. How can Blizzard fix queue times? Honestly, it's a solution that they will never do, because that would admit that the system didn't work. But removing champion rank would probably be a really good starter. Why? Listen, champion rank was put into the game because they wanted the highest tier of players to have scrim-like ranked matches. I understand that there was an attempt. I understand why it was implemented, and I think the idea is cool. The problem is, it doesn't work in theory. It works on paper, but it doesn't work in theory. Why? Because there just simply isn't enough champion players to fill these lobbies. That's the problem. So instead, on average, you sit through the entire matchmaker trying to find other champion players, and they clearly don't find them, right? So you end up with these weird matches where you have half of the team is just a bunch of diamonds, and then half of the team is a bunch of masters, right? And that's not me trying to be insulting or anything. It's just that the matchmaker just ain't finding the people that it needs. Does that make sense? And it takes the matchmaker quite some time to find people to fill the lobbies. So, yeah.
Check out the enemy's turret. My ultimate is ready.
Watch here.
Understood.
Breaking them down.
Guide you.
This ends now. That's one. That feels.
Is that the only thing they should do? I think you could implement maybe a system where you could get really cool stuff if you're high up on the top 500 leaderboard, so you make people fight for it. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know. I'm not saying they should do this, but like, say they implemented a system where you get a really fucking cool skin for a character of your choice if you hit top 50, right? Now all of a sudden, people actually have a reason to play on their mains, right? Not just for the number, but for like an actual MTX. I think it would have a double solution to the problem, because not only are you making the top players play for something, but you're also making them play on their main accounts. And by removing the champion rank, you're kind of removing half the problem, which are the queue times, right? So you get more people playing. Do you kind of get what I'm saying? Like, you're getting the top players to play more because the incentive is to get the skin. And by doing that, you're reducing the queue times so you get more people playing. You're also at the same time reducing the amount of smurfs, because people have an incentive to stick on their main accounts. Does that make sense? Now, I know it's like a first world problem, and you know, it's not actually a problem per se, but it would have a pretty nice solution to some things. But then again, you would have problems where people in Diamond go, yeah, but what about us? We want that skin too. And then Blizzard would have to implement some form of trophy award because these people also want the skin. Which creates a different problem, I suppose. But, yeah. Not saying that Diamond players don't deserve it. Of course they do. But maybe, like, a different solution? Again, I'm just spitballing, and I could be a little bit out of touch. Because, obviously, my problem is a very small fraction of the player base. I understand that. But, yeah. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Wait, how do I already have ultimate? What is this? I haven't done anything. Wait, I actually haven't done a single fucking thing. I mean, this character is just so fucking unfair. It's unreal.
Checking in.
Score 3-3.
What do I think about China having exclusive Naraka collab skins? See, that's the issue though. Blizzard is not taking care of Overwatch in China. What you have to understand that the biggest difference between the Asian region and the West is that the Asian region actually love pay to win. They love MTX, they love skins, they love pay to win. It's a completely different culture. And Blizzard is not in charge of Overwatch over there. It's a publisher, I think. I don't remember what the place is called. Is it NetEase, chat? I don't remember. Either way, that company who currently controls Overwatch in China is notorious for like pay-to-win models and other things. It's just very, very different culture when it comes to that stuff. Just completely different. And while some skins are really fucking cool, like for example, that Widow skin that changes color, I would want that too. But the problem is like... this is not the first time they've done this, by the way. I don't know if anyone in chat has ever played WoW. If you played WoW in chat, press 1. There's an even more egregious example of this. Yeah, you can literally buy the Spectral Tiger from the shop in China. And it's a flying mount on the China realms. Yeah. You can literally buy the Spectral Tiger. It's a flying mount in China. Like, it just goes to show that they do things very differently over there. If you did that in the West, bro, you would never stop hearing about it. But over there, it's okay, because it's accepted. So, like, for those unaware, it's a $10,000 mount in the West, by the way. Only obtained through a very rare card that you can get from the trading card game. Yeah, they just decided to give that out for anyone who wants to pay for it in China. That seems fair. Wow. Hello, ID. Hello, IDDQD 409. How you doing, buddy? No, but that's not the point, Rage. The point is, NetEase does things very differently over in the Chinese region. They do things very fucking differently. It's just a very different culture when it comes to like spending money on video games.